In this video, we are going to talk about a day in the life of a diabetic or COPD patient, managing your condition with grace.
Chronic illnesses such as diabetes and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, can be difficult to live with and require a multifaceted approach to day-to-day care. Nonetheless, a great number of people handle these difficulties with amazing grace, turning their daily routines into lessons in hope and perseverance. This article explores the health tales of people with COPD and diabetes from real-world experiences, providing insights into the methods that help people lead meaningful lives despite their conditions.
Morning rituals, a balanced start.
For those who manage their diabetes, getting up early in the morning establishes the tone for glucose regulation. High school teacher Mary, 54, begins her workday by monitoring her blood sugar levels. She compares it to her morning meditation. Understanding my body's needs from the start helps me make informed decisions about my meals and activity level throughout the day. In order to keep blood sugar levels steady, breakfast is a carefully balanced meal that frequently consists of whole grains, fruit, and protein. Mornings can be difficult for people who have COPD. Retired Navy officer James describes how he wakes up with COPD symptoms under control. To prepare for the day, I begin with breathing exercises and a slow, steady routine. I always carry my inhaler with me, and I take my medicine exactly as directed to manage my symptoms.
James prioritizes the quality of the air indoors.
To prevent exacerbations, he utilizes air purifiers and stays away from allergens.
Daily activities, balancing energy and health.
Controlling energy is essential for those with COPD and diabetes.
Mary works in some moderate exercise each day. For example, she goes for a walk after lunch for 30 minutes. Exercise helps me control my blood sugar levels and boosts my mood, she explains.
In order to avoid hypoglycemia, she also checks her blood sugar levels prior to, during, and following physical activity. It takes careful balancing for James and other COPD patients to engage in physical activities.
I have to listen to my body and rest when needed, he states.
He maintains lung function and regulates his energy levels with the help of pulmonary rehabilitation exercises and quick strolls in a nearby park.
Nutrition, the cornerstone of daily management.
In order to effectively manage COPD and diabetes, diet is crucial. Mary carefully prepares her meals, emphasizing items with a low glycemic index to keep her blood sugar levels stable.
Enjoying life is the main goal of meal planning, not merely maintaining control. I enjoy experimenting with tasty and nutritious recipes that are suitable for people with diabetes, she says. Keeping a healthy weight is essential for COPD sufferers because being underweight or overweight can worsen symptoms. James stresses the significance of eating a diet that is well balanced and full of fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. I avoid processed foods and those high in sodium to reduce inflammation and support my lung health, he states. Medication and monitoring, the backbone of stability.
COPD and diabetes both need careful drug administration.
Mary treats her diabetes with a mix of oral medicine and insulin therapy.
I keep a log of my blood sugar levels to share with my doctor, which helps us tailor my treatment plan, she says. James, on the other hand, takes his COPD medication strictly, which include corticosteroids and bronchodilators.
Regular checkups with my pulmonologist are crucial.
In order to properly manage my COPD, we talk about my symptoms and change my prescription as necessary, he explains.
Emotional and social support, the invisible pillar.
Although having a chronic illness can make one feel alone, Mary and James find strength in their support networks. Sharing experiences with others who understand what you're going through is incredibly empowering, Mary asserts. James agrees, adding, "The emotional support from my family and fellow COPD patients has been a cornerstone of my coping strategy."
Innovation in technology, instruments for empowerment.
The treatment of chronic illnesses has been completely transformed by technological advancements. Mary wears a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, which provides her with real-time glucose readings to her smartphone so she may make timely changes to her medicine and lifestyle. James's mobility and medication adherence are enhanced with smart inhalers and portable oxygen concentrators.
Final thoughts, a life lived with grace. Resilience, perseverance, and diligence are necessary for managing COPD and diabetes. Nonetheless, people like Mary and James serve as examples of how taking charge of everyday affairs can result in a happy existence. In negotiating the difficulties of chronic diseases, their stories emphasize the value of routine, nutrition, exercise, adherence to medication, and emotional support. Through their experiences, they encourage others to take charge of their health with dignity, turning obstacles into chances for personal development and involvement. Their experiences serve as a stark reminder that although long-term health issues may shape some elements of their lives, they do not control them entirely. People with COPD and diabetes can live full, active lives filled with daily victories and difficulties if they are given the appropriate tools and support.